MDARD breaks its silence on the future of meat. We find something sweet growing northwest of Lansing, and we get the lay of the land at an organic farm in southwest Michigan. I'm Janelle Brose, and this is Farm News 5.
Farm News 5 is brought to you by Ford.
How sweet it is! U-pick season is in full swing in Michigan, and to celebrate, we recently paid a visit to Huhn Strawberry Farm to pluck some berries and see how this year's crop is looking.
This is a family farm that goes back 125 years. I've been married for 25 years into the family, and when I came here, I thought maybe it was kind of fun to do something different. We started with 1/10 of an acre. About every 4 years we grew in size. We went to a half acre, acre and a half, 2 acres, 4 acres, and I think 5 to 6 acres is where we're going to stay right now. It used to be people would come with their kids to pick, and they'd make their kids work because they wanted berries for jam. Now a lot of families come because they want to do something fun with their kids. There's been changes over the years, and the number of people that come and the times they come. Used to be weekends were very slow for us, and now the weekends are busy. We have people that are here that were either worked for me are bringing their kids, or people that have come when they were kids, now they're bringing their kids to come and pick, or they'll have good memories of picking with their grandparents somewhere else, and so now they want to come with their families. It's a lot of fun. We like to see families here, and we just want them to have a good time and get some good berries and have a good experience.
For Huhn and her husband, when it comes to picking what to plant, not every berry is created equal.
Most people think there's a strawberry, just like there's an apple, and there's a lot of them. There's a lot more than what I even look at. When I look at my catalog, there might be 30 berries to choose from. And you can choose from flavor, size, production, disease resistance, and we always start with flavor. We've tried to get the best tasting berry that we can. There's also when they ripen. So we choose berries that ripen at different times, and we pick the best flavored berry for that time. And we have probably about 4 different varieties that we like. The earliest one is called Early Glow. It's kind of the standard for flavor. And they're coming up with new varieties every year. So if you ask me this question 2 years from now, it's going to be totally different. The berries we planted 20 years ago, most of them don't even exist anymore. Our most popular berry is called Jewel. Produces well, good size, and it's got a good flavor.
If you're looking for your next agriculture-inspired adventure at a farm like Huhn Strawberry Farm, check out the Michigan Agricultural Tourism Directory, which was just released this week. Directories can be found at your local Michigan Farm Bureau Insurance office or at Michigan Welcome Centers. Up next, we learn about a row crop swap in southwest Michigan.
There's torque. Then there's 1,050 pound-feet of available best-in-class torque. There's towing. Then there's up to 37,000 pounds of available best-in-class towing. There's backing up a trailer. Then there's backing up with available class-exclusive Pro Trailer Backup Assist. In other words, there are trucks, and then there's the new Ford Super Duty, the most capable heavy-duty pickup truck ever built.
For southwest Michigan's J.D. Lehman Farms, farming is anything but conventional. The 2,000-acre organic operation raises a number of row crops and processing vegetables in Berrien and Cass counties.
When I started farming on my own, it was just a row crop farm, corn and soybeans. And I grew up in a very diverse crop area in southwestern Michigan. And my experience working for some farmers prior to starting my own farm, and also with an ag retailer, I was heavily involved in specialty crops, from strawberries early in the season and would finish up with apples in the fall. So that was a natural probably segue to take a row crop operation and pick up some opportunities in specialty crops. And we're not doing any fresh pack specialty crops. All of our business is commercial and canner type business. So we're just in a cornfield today. It's our last planted cornfield, so it's rather short. It looks pretty good. We're on our second cultivation pass right now after emergence. Typically we'll run 2 blind cultivation passes prior to emergence, and then maybe a precision tine weeding during emergence, and then we'll row cultivate between 2 and 5 times depending on, crop conditions and weather and how things are given to us.
Meanwhile, in another of Lehman's fields, they are doing precision tine weeding to control early season weeds.
We will run a tine weeder, and we'll pull just a couple of tines out that is right in the row. And then we're using a camera guided hitch that sees the row, so the operator isn't feeling like he was driving in a blizzard all day. His fatigue is much less, his productivity is much higher. So we're trying to control weeds like this when they're in the white thread. Because if they already come up and they're photosynthesizing, the root system is a lot more complex and it's a lot harder to kill that weed than it is when it's just a little thread like this. So we're trying to stir like this. See him right here? That's a perfect example right there. That weed now is dead.
Lehman says as he transitioned to organic farming, he realized he also needed to change his mindset.
I was a trained CCA agronomist for a number of years, so I fully understand the perspective that conventional agriculture comes from because I lived it for a long time. What I found was that I was trying to impose my will onto nature. And today, for instance, when I'm farming in a field, I don't look at a weed necessarily as a pest to be controlled. Yes, it is that because I'm trying to raise a crop to sustain my business. But that weed is telling me something. The presence of that weed or insect is telling me something. I would highly encourage someone to look at organic farming through an objective lens and perspective. I think we all are creatures of the knowledge that has been given to us, and that's always a positive, but it also can come as a detriment. And I think I would encourage people to look with a fresh perspective and see if there are opportunities to maybe satisfy a market segment that exists.
Coming up, MDARD speaks up on the future of MAEAP.
At Farm Bureau Insurance, the experience you get with our local trusted advisors is different. From financial security to a helping hand, Farm Bureau understands the experience matters. Find an agent who can protect what matters to you.
A week after coming out against legislation to extend the MAEAP program another 5 years, we're learning more about why the Michigan Department of Agriculture and Natural Resources has taken the stance on the popular voluntary program.
As far as sticking points, things that we didn't know, or I guess we have to take a really good look at, is the one thing about eliminating liability for groundwater contamination. But so we kind of see that as a step back. But also we want to look at ways we can improve the bill, and we're looking at how can we have better results, look more at results instead of just looking at the number of verifications or the success of the program. Make that more of a focus is results, working on the areas that are really problematic and using that to show the success of this program. Because we show the success of this program, how much more we can do. And think of it being mandatory is the last thing we have to worry about, because they'll stay voluntary and that's how we're going to do it. And with the legislative process, this is just the first step. We got lots of time. It's June. We got till December 31st of this year. We got 6 more months to get this resolved. I'm very confident we are. I was on a conversation this morning with Senator Daley, and one thing that we're all committed to is that we want to keep MAEAP, we want to keep it strong, we want to reauthorize the program.
Senate Bill 494, sponsored by Senator Kevin Daley, was recently discussed in a Senate committee, but no vote was taken. Michigan Farm Bureau, along with other agriculture organizations and groups, support the bill. For more news and videos, visit MichiganFarmNews.com or the Michigan Farm Bureau channel on YouTube. With Farm News 5, I'm Janelle Brose. Have a great week of farming.